by the company we keep. Hi there, my name is Tercy Engelhardt, and I want to welcome you to the Unreasonably Grateful podcast, Living in Grace by Joyce. So every week we gather, and I'm simply sharing stories, tidbits of wisdom, moments from my life, which is now 40 years of recovering from 20 years of living with an eating disorder as an addict, healing from teenage sexual abuse, and then, those 20 years of struggling. And now I'm just opening up my heart, opening up my life to share it with others as other people shared their life with me, and it made a difference for me. I learned from their life experiences, and they oftentimes helped me take my next step or have a better sense of where I was going, or even just course correct my life. And so it's my hope that you hear something that guides you further along your path of becoming who you were created to be, not the default character that most of us live a big chunk of our life defending and protecting, avoiding, fearful. In the much earlier episodes, I shared the 4 guides that I live my life by. The first one is tell the truth. The second one is face my fears. Oftentimes, what would stop me from telling the truth is some fear. And just walk right into that. Tell the truth, face my fears, stay in the moment. So oftentimes, looking too far ahead, looking too far back, I lose life. I lose right here, right now, which is where all the goodies are. So stay in the moment. And the last one is open up to love, letting more love in, letting more love out, letting love flow through me. And I stick by those. That's how I live my life. And when it's off kilter, I can go back, and usually there's 1 or 2 of those out of whack. And so I go back to those 4 guides. So let's see here. This particular episode is really about how do we view our own faults? How do we view the faults of others? And I heard Father Rob express something about this, and then I also heard it from Father Mike Schmitz on the Hallow app. And I'm always listening and learning because I just think growth is forever. And I don't want to get stuck, or I don't want to fall backwards. So I'm always learning from what other people are sharing as well. And so in this episode, I was thinking about how we can get stuck or trapped by expecting perfection, any version of perfection. We're faulty people. And so accepting that's not like bad or wrong. That's just who we are. And if we have these expectations of some level of perfection, it sets us up to always feel either less than, inadequate, like we fall short, or to judge other people if we view or see their faults and see that as somehow falling short, as opposed to what if seeing the faults of others is actually an opportunity to want more for them, to want better for them, and to see if we can't be in a position to support that, to encourage that, to inspire that. A very different way of seeing the faults, the weaknesses of others or ourselves. So let's just take a look. If we're self-critical, self-judgmental, if we're looking at our own selves and feeling like we fall short, instead, what if we looked at that as, well, here's an opportunity for me to practice something that has me be closer to the best or better version of myself, as opposed to judging myself. I could encourage myself to step further into the person I actually really am and the one I often desire to be. Or if I'm finding myself judging or assessing somebody else, I can become someone who wants, encourages, inspires, and supports better for them. And that's a very different way of looking at what for most of us are those moments of opinionating, judging, assessing, calculating ourselves or someone else, which is really kind of just a waste of our life, a waste of time. But if we use those moments as opportunities to inspire, encourage, uplift, and support the better version of ourselves or someone else to come to the forefront, that's a very different reality. So that's what I want us to do this week. So first of all, how you're going to do that is you're going to start by noticing when you're judging, assessing, opinionating yourself or anyone else. And when you are, you're going to say, okay, great. Well, here's an opportunity for me to actually encourage, inspire, support the better or best version of myself or someone else to step in the forefront. And that can be by affirming something in someone, affirming something in yourself, encouraging, asking questions that lead them or you into making choices that have you step up into being kinder, more loving, more generous, more patient, whatever those qualities of the divine are that we all have that oftentimes lie dormant or unexpressed because they haven't been acknowledged or encouraged. Okay, so take that on this week and see if you can't use those moments to become a better version of you, as well as encouraging others to be the best version of themselves. Have a beautiful week. I'll be here next week, and I look forward to seeing you then.